Hello and welcome to Brass Tacks. I'm Zaka Jacob. The politicking surrounding the Ram Mandir has now taken another turn. While the opposition top brass from Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Mamta Banerjee, Arvind Kejriwal, they've all rejected the invitation to the Pran Pratishtha ceremony on the 22nd of January, they have now announced their own cultural programs in the run-up to and on that day. Parties which have lambasted the BJP for playing politics over religion are now going to hold nationwide pujas and bhajan programs and even harmony rallies in a bid to try and match the scale of the Pran Pratishtha. And that, of course, the opposition says is going to be a Modi affair, it's going to be a BJP affair, and that's why they are boycotting. But the question does emerge. Are these political attacks against the BJP giving away to a certain sense of political pragmatism, competitive Ram Niti by the opposition parties as they realize that they cannot shun Ram, and that too this close to a general election? But first, the story.
महात्मा गांधी कहते थे कि राम राज्य का विचार ही सच्चे लोकतंत्र का विचार है। राम राज्य यानी एक ऐसा लोकतंत्र जहां हर नागरिक की आवाज सुनी जाती थी और उसे उचित सम्मान मिलता था।
The RSS and the BJP have made the 22nd January function a completely political Narendra Modi function.
আমরা একটা র্যালি করব এবং আমি তৃণমূল কংগ্রেসের পক্ষ থেকে এই র্যালিটা করব। যারা শুভানুধ্যায়ী, যারা সাধারণ মানুষ, তারাও আসতে পারেন সংহতি মিছিলে।
किसी भी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को सुंदरकांड जैसे अच्छे कार्यक्रम से एतराज़ नहीं होना चाहिए। अगर वो इस पे एतराज़ कर रहे हैं तो ये गलत बात है।
So here's what the opposition's alternate plan is for January 22nd. Rahul Gandhi, in fact, he said this during part of his Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, he's likely to attend a puja at the Shiv Dham in Guwahati on that day, on the 22nd of January. The Congress, in addition to that, will also be organizing puja functions across various state units across the country. The Aam Aadmi Party has announced Sundar Kand as well as Hanuman Chalisa programs across Delhi on the 22nd. The Sundar Kand and the Hanuman Chalisa programs will happen across 2,500 locations. Mamta Banerjee is going to be leading a Sarv Dharm or communal harmony rally in Kolkata on that day. The Sarv Dharm rally will include multiple faith leaders, not just Hindu leaders, but Muslim and Christian and others as well. Communal harmony rally will be extended to all blocks across Bengal. Uddhav Thackeray of the Shiv Sena will be offering prayers at the Ram Mandir in Panchvati in Nashik. The invitation has been sent to President Murmu to attend that puja as well. So the question then is, on the one hand, the Congress says they're not going to go to the Pran Pratishtha because it's a Modi show, it's a BJP show, and yet at the same time, they're now in this competitive politics to try and appropriate Ram. Why do this balancing act when you are likely to fall between two stools? Joining us now, full panel tonight. Anila Singh is spokesperson of the BJP. Siddharth Sharma is spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. Dr. Shantanu Sen, Rajya Sabha Member of Parliament of the TMC. Sriraj Nair is spokesperson of the VHP. And Sumansi Raman, political analyst, joining us. Let me start with you, Mr. Shantanu Sen. You know, the invitation was sent to most political party leaders, Congress leaders, TMC leaders, other leaders were given the invitation. You have, on the one hand, chosen to frame the January 22nd Pran Pratishtha as a Modi program, a BJP program for the personal aggrandizement of the Prime Minister and his political party. Fair enough, nobody has a quibble with that. Having declined that invitation for reasons that I just mentioned, now to try and appropriate Ram, whether it is pujas that the Congress party is doing, Sundar Kand that the Aam Aadmi Party is organizing, or even what Mamata Banerjee is organizing the Sarv Dharm rally in Kolkata. I mean, you are trying to play the BJP's game, but you don't want to play it on their turf.
See, Trinamool Congress never plays religion card in politics. It's only the Madam Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, the only lady Chief Minister of the country, who always speaks about dovetailing of religion, who always speaks about Sarvodharma Samanvay, and who speaks that religion must be your own identity, but whenever there is any festival, the festival belongs to all of us. And it's only Madam Mamata Banerjee who works for development irrespective of any caste, creed and religion in our state of West Bengal. You tell me one thing, it is absolutely a political gimmick being done by the publicity master, Mr. Narendra Modi, our learned Prime Minister. What is being said by the Shankaracharyas of our country, who are the preachers of Hindu Dharma? They are saying it's nothing but a madcap attitude. They have categorically said it. If you consider the temple as the house of God, then temple is the body and the God is the soul. When the body is not fully prepared, how can you install the soul? Number one. Number two, which mythology, which constitution, which epic has given the right to our Prime Minister to install God in that particular temple, which is actually is not the duty of Prime Minister? What has been said by the Shankaracharyas.
Okay.
Why on 22nd of January? It's absolutely a pre-poll gimmick, because Narendra Modi and BJP knows it very well. They are far away so far the developmental issue is concerned. So now they are in a mood to play this religion card. But this time, this is not going to work.
No, but that last argument, Dr. Shantanu Sen, can be held against the TMC also. You are also doing the Sarv Dharm Samanvay on that same day. You can do it today, you can do it next month, you can do it after the Lok Sabha election. The reason you are doing it is because you don't want all the limelight to go to Mr. Modi and to the Pran Pratishtha. Otherwise, why are you doing it on January 22nd? What is the significance of January 22nd?
There is a big difference. Just give me 10 seconds time. On 6th of December 1992, on the very day of Babri Masjid demolition, 2 ladies were found on the city of Joy, on the ground in the city of Joy, Calcutta, in our state of West Bengal, carrying the message of dovetailing of religion and communal harmony. One was Madam Mamata Banerjee, and the other was our very own, very respected late Mother Teresa. Where were these BJP leaders at that point of time? Mamata Banerjee was there also with the message of communal harmony.
Okay.
Mamata Banerjee still there with the message of communal harmony.
So please respond to what Dr. Shantanu Sen is saying. It's a Modi show. The Shankaracharyas have opposed it. Why should the Prime Minister be the Yajman for the Pran Pratishtha of Ram Lalla? You know, these are questions that not just political parties are asking, even religious leaders are asking.
My Ram to all, and I think TMC, Member of Parliament, he should refresh his knowledge. First of all, he should go and check that what Shankaracharyas have said. Are they against the 22nd function of Pran Pratishtha? What is their statement? He should go and check it before making statement here, because he is sitting on a constitutional post, and he must realize this thing, that whatever he is saying on the behalf of the government, and he is representing a constituency as well. And secondly, like he just gave an example that temple is a body, and murti inside it after Pran Pratishtha is a soul. You are absolutely correct, sir. When you talk about the body and the soul, you must know this thing, that when a fetus comes in the 4th month, soul enters into it, and from embryo it becomes the fetus. So if you do not have proper knowledge about the spiritual or the adhyatmic or the scientific or whatsoever you want to say it about a subject, then you should not quote that example here on the national channel. And if he says that why Pradhan Mantri, Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji is going there, why he is participating in the puja, then I must ask him why he shouldn't be. He is an elected Prime Minister of Bharat. Why he shouldn't go? Why he should follow the example of Chacha Nehru, who was so much against Sanatan, who was so much against Hindu and Hindutva. Similarly, Mamata Banerjee, we know that how against she is Sanatan. Once, like it was shown on the national television and each and every television, electronic media, social media, when some people had said Jai Shri Ram in front of her, she got so agitated. What drama she is trying to play here? I am not going to comment on that whether these political leaders, they are going to participate in Pran Pratishtha function or not. It is their faith, it is their trust in Bhagwan Shri Ram.
Okay.
When they are Ravana Premi, how can they go and participate in Pran Pratishtha function? Everybody knows that how they have targeted Ram Lala
Siddharth
temple
Sharma of the
construction.
Aam Aadmi Party. Just a week before the Pran Pratishtha, today you have announcement from the Delhi government about Sundarkand, you have announcement about Hanuman Chalisa. Again, the same argument is being extended to Arvind Kejriwal. In fact, Mr. Owaisi said that Aam Aadmi Party is in competitive Hinduism with BJP and RSS. Aam Aadmi Party chota recharge hai, BJP RSS bada recharge hai.
Yeah, Zaka, a small correction here. Sundarkand has been happening in Delhi for the last 4 years. The only difference is today 2,500 plus places Ramayana recital took place. Now why this happened? Because for the first time in Indian culture, the host of a program, the Prime Minister here, tweeted asking devotees not to come on 22nd to avoid overcrowding. Now, don't you think that millions of devotees need to pay their respects to Lord Ram? Hence, that is the reason why these 2,500 Ramayana recitals took place in Delhi today. Now,
but Mr. Sharma, that doesn't explain why it didn't happen last month or the month before or why this was not part of your campaign manifesto. Suddenly, 1 week before, you have decided to expand it to 2,500 locations. Why?
The expansion took place because it was happening in 70 of the Vidhan Sabha for the last 4 years, but since the last 1 year, since we are also in MCD, we have started doing it at the ward level, around 8 or 9 places in every ward. Having said that, Ramayana is a matter of faith for us. Nobody can ask questions, why are you conducting Ramayana? Now, Ram Rajya, on the other hand, is a very concrete subject. It speaks about universal education, it speaks about universal health care. Under Aam Aadmi Party, they are a reality because the per capita income of a Delhiite today at 4.5 lakh rupees is more than the average Indian's per capita income of 2,75,000 rupees.
Okay.
The average age, life expectancy of a Delhiite is 75 years compared to 66 years if you are living next to Delhi in, say, Noida. In Punjab, the crime rate is coming down as per the National Crime Record Bureau. The MSPs are being given to the farmers.
This is not a program assessing the record of state governments, including that of the Aam Aadmi Party. This is about, why opposition parties, on the one hand, are rejecting going to the Pran Pratishtha ceremony, and at the other hand, are trying to do this competitive religiosity. Let me ask Sumant.
I think the BJP has to answer that first. They have to ensure that the Shankaracharya come, politicians
but Mr. Sharma, BJP is not holding pujas on 22nd at Shivdham in Guwahati and Sarvam Sabha in Kolkata. No, that is being done by members of your alliance, the India Alliance. Let me ask Sumant Raman, please, with your permission. 1 second. Mr. Sharma, please yield. Please yield. Let's go to Sumant Raman. Sumant Raman, the contradiction is this. Look, when the Congress party decided to boycott the Pran Pratishtha ceremony, I said, forget about the religion, the spirituality. Politically, even politically speaking, there is nothing to gain by boycotting such a thing. In fact, by boycotting it, A, you've given, the BJP a handle by saying, you're anti-Hindu, the Congress party has always been anti-Hindu. And B, for devotees, millions of Ram Bhakts across this country, the fact that there is no Congress representative in the audience when this Pran Pratishtha happens sends out a very wrong message. It's like rejecting Ram. Now, having done that, now to do the puja in Shivdham, to do puja Sarvam Sabha in Kolkata, it's like playing catch up. And when a political party is playing catch up, the voters are always going to say, if I have the OG, I'll vote for the OG. Why am I going to vote for a pretender?
Zaka, I think that this entire thing has been very poorly thought through by the India Alliance. If on principle they felt that what was happening or what is going to happen on 22nd was a political event, then if they are planning to boycott it, then they should have stayed that way. Now, yesterday you have Supriya Shrinet going there, you have Ajay and the UP Congress leaders going there and having a snan there in the Sarayu River. I mean, what kind of messages or signals are you sending out? Now, the easiest option for the Congress party and the India Alliance would have been to say, yes, we do not agree with the politicization of the event, but we will attend as a gesture of our belief and faith in Lord Ram. End of story. But instead of doing that, this ham-handed response where you are actually boycotting, but on the other hand, going overboard in your own states. Karnataka says, I don't know, thousands of temples, they will have special pujas.
Yeah.
Karnataka says that. So what is the signal that is actually going out? Now, boycotting this one event, and then some of them say, we will be going there before. There's apparently some plan for a set of leaders to go on 21st and not be there on 22nd. I don't know what signal they're sending out, Zaka, but I think that it's pretty muddled. They should have registered their protest as to what is clearly a politicization of the actual Pran Pratishtha ceremony, but they should have put in their attendance there so that they would not have to do this kind of competitive.
So Sriraj Nair, this muddled thinking that Sumansi Raman refers to, I think it's clear even when the new parliament building was inaugurated. On the one hand, the opposition boycotted the opening inauguration of the parliament, saying it's a religious function, the groundbreaking is not a secular thing, and in parliament it has to be secular and so on. So they opposed that. They didn't show up for the inauguration, and then they said president was not invited, prime minister is doing it, all of that. And then in that same parliament building, they're attending session after session. Now, this is what I come back to, this whole confused thinking. Either you're opposed in principle that, look, this is a avowedly asecular program and therefore we are not going to go for it, or you say, yes, we have opposition, as Dr. Raman said, we have opposition to, the Prime Minister hogging all the limelight, making this into a BJP function or whatever, but we will go because this is beyond the Prime Minister, this is beyond a government, this is about Lord Ram, and this is about millions of Ram bucks, and we are going to respect that.
Well, Zaka, it's really unfortunate that in forthcoming election into April 2024, in fact, I think in February we'll have a code of conduct being announced by the Election Commission. That's what I feel. And the complete opposition is going to be wiped out. Because now all this drama they are doing, you yourself said, if they have to oppose, you have to oppose in totality. Now what are they trying to do? These are the people who roped in the best of the lawyers so that the Ram temple could not come in existence. Mr. Arvind Kejriwal quoted his nani, मेरी नानी ने कहा था ऐसी कोई मस्जिद को गिराकर वहां पर अगर मंदिर बनाया जाएगा तो क्या उसकी किसी की पूजा वहां कबूल होगी. That is what Arvind Kejriwal said. He was absolutely, and he is a very shrewd politician. Today he is seeing a space that most of the opposition are boycotting, so he is doing this drama and he has started sending pilgrims. And he himself, I think, I read somewhere that he is also going over the Pran Pratishtha. Mamta ji is doing all this drama in Calcutta. Uddhav ji is visiting Nashik temple. So they are totally a confused lot. Either you oppose or you stand by it. Now these people, all this while, especially this secular alliance, they were damn against the Ram temple construction. They roped in the best of the lawyers, and they wanted to ensure the Ram temple does not come in existence. Now now this is purely gaslighting to seek some attention. And we say in English, success has many fathers, failures has none. So now Ram temple, only political party which had Ram temple in its manifesto was BJP. And definitely BJP is going to get the mileage, because the nation is rejoicing that that after 500 years of struggle, Ram Mandir is coming in existence during our own lifetime. The nation is rejoicing. So BJP is going to reap in some political benefits, because it had in its manifesto, and Ram Mandir, and they are the people behind. They struggled for Ram Mandir.
Okay.
So these people are a confused lot, and the problem is they are committing the similar mistake of appeasing Muslims. 2024, it's very unfortunate. It's an opposition-free parliament, or it's merely some 400, as it is, everybody is saying 400 par. Here, Ram Drohi opposition is going to be wiped out.
Dr. Shantanu Sen, right after the Chief Minister of Bengal announced this Sarvdharm Sabha, Amit Malviya of the BJP tweeted out and he said that this is Mamata Banerjee trying to appease the Muslim community. She's lost some bypolls recently where these were constituencies that were heavily Muslim dominant, and this is her way of trying to appease the Muslim community. Please respond to that specific charge. Is there a fear that the Muslim vote bank of Mamata Banerjee is going back to the CPM, ISF, and therefore her need to have this Dharm Sabha?
See, Mamata Banerjee and Trinamool Congress never believe in appeasement politics. Once again, I have been repeating that Mamata Banerjee and our government does development for each and every religion, unlike Bharatiya Janata Party. But prior to that, I will be taking your 10 seconds time. Being a professional doctor, I am not here to learn medical science from my BJP spokesperson, number one. Number two, our learned Prime Minister has become so much publicity master. Now he wants his photograph on the back carrying a ration card. Can you believe it? Earlier we have seen him inaugurating the stadium in his own name. Now he wants his photo standing in each and every college, each and every university with a photograph of his at the back of it. Can you believe it? Why it was so hurry? He hardly finds any time to visit Manipur, which has been burning since last few months. Thousands of people have been murdered. Hundreds have been
No,
dead.
Dr. Sen, let's come back to the issue at hand. The issue at hand is the muddled thinking of the opposition. On the one hand, you're boycotting the Pran Pratishtha. On the other, you're in this race for competitive appropriation of Ram, competitive Ram Niti. Whether it's Congress, TMC, Aam Aadmi Party, irrespective of that.
Mamata Banerjee, once again, Mamata Banerjee has categorically said in her press conference today that it's not competition, it's not a counter event. As we are going to celebrate 23rd January as the Netaji's birthday, we are going to have a political rally on 22nd of January. Once again, I repeat, she has categorically mentioned neither it's a counter program nor is a program in protest of the same.
So, Anila saying, if I mean, all parties are well within their right to have whatever pujas they want to have. You can't stop political parties if they choose to have a puja. Yesterday, as Dr. Raman said, Congress landed up on Makar Sankranti and took a dip in the Saryu. You know, you can't stop that. But to say that they are not Ram Bhaks or that they are anti-Ram, they are also showing their religiosity, just like you are showing your religiosity. On 22nd, entire, BJP will be there for the Pran Pratishtha. You will display your religiosity. So then you can't blame Congress or Aam Aadmi Party or Trinamool Congress for displaying theirs.
See, it is not Bharatiya Janata Party who has to say anything about this confused opposition. They themselves have said so many times by their action and by their words. We know it very well, like Congress Party and all the political parties who share the same ideology, and the ideology is hatred for Bhagwa, hatred for Sanatan. They have always attacked BJP, RSS and all the allied organizations and institutions who always stood very strongly with the cause of getting Ram Mandir constructed in Ayodhya. As Mr. Nair mentioned very well, that it has always been in Bharatiya Janata Party's manifesto, और Bharatiya Janata Party के जो leaders हैं उन्होंने गाली गोली, डंडा लाठी, investigation jail, everything has been borne by them. Can this be claimed by any of the political parties who are sitting in opposition and trying to do dramatics on 22nd of January? आप जो है मोदी भक्त के खिलाफ तो हो सकते हैं, आप मोदी भक्त को गुस्सा दिला सकते हैं, but what you will do with Ram Bhakts? Even the Muslim dominated countries, we find them to be Ram Bhakt. What you are going to do with them? This is your sheer hatred for Narendra Modi ji, and hating Narendra Modi ji, you have crossed the line. Now you are hating Bhagwan Shri Ram because you do not have any astha for Ram.
Siddharth
You're talking about Ram Dharam.
The point that Sriraj Nair made about, there's an old clip of the Delhi Chief Minister talking about his nani saying that, जो मंदिर मस्जिद के ऊपर आएगा उसमें कबूल नहीं होगा. Please respond to that. That's Sriraj Nair's point. And secondly, Mr. Kejriwal, I think it was one of our Network 18 events before the 2020 election, sang the Hanuman Chalisa. But after that, you've forgotten about Hanuman, right? You revive religiosity and remembering Ram and Hanuman and Sundarkand only just before elections.
I don't think so. I'll not repeat myself because it's already on the record that we've been doing this Sundarkand part for the last 4 years. What the BJP spokesperson Anila ji just said holds very good to Joe Biden as well as Hindu Rishi Sunak, because they will also not be attending the consecration ceremony. Are Shankaracharya also villain in this because they are also not attending? Is she saying that here is a Vishwaguru whose own house is so divided that bona fide representatives of the religion are now not attending this program? So this binary is a very, very comical binary that BJP is trying to make. There is, if this would be so, if you pick up today's newspaper, most of the newspapers across India today carry a front page, full page advertisement of Jagannath Parikrama. Now, isn't it also true that people of Odisha are devotees of Jagannath? People of West Bengal are devotees of Kali. People of Delhi might be devotees of Sundarkand. Like I said, Ramayana is a matter of faith. Nobody can question that. Neither, just like nobody can question anybody's faith, you cannot question the faith of somebody has on Ramayana, and that is why 2,500 places today in Delhi, across
so
Delhi,
then by that logic, Mr. Sharma, you cannot question the Pran Pratishtha also, right? The Pran Pratishtha should happen.
Nobody is questioning anything.
Ram Lalla should come back to
once
his
it's
abode.
a matter of faith, once it's a matter of faith, nobody is questioning any matter of faith. That's why I'm saying you cannot ask a question
so then
on the matter
so then
of
why
faith
are you saying it's a Modi
Ramayana.
show, it's a
It's as
political
simple as
thing,
that.
Shankaracharyas have opposed? You should welcome it.
Was that question to me?
Yeah,
Please repeat.
to you. You in the
Then
same
please
breath,
repeat
you're
it.
also saying that it's a political show, it's a Modi show, Shankaracharyas have opposed it. Those should not matter. No, if you've said it's a matter of faith, it should be welcomed. Pran Pratishtha is a matter of faith.
That's what I said. That's what is on record in my earlier statements. That this is the first time in Indian civilization that for such a historic occasion, the Prime Minister has tweeted to his millions of devotees of Lord Ram that please don't come on 22nd because they'll be overcrowding.
That is for a logistical reason, because obviously if millions of people are going to come to a small town like Ayodhya, it's going to explode. Anyway, let me ask Sumant Raman. What I'm curious to know, Dr. Raman, is how does the opposition play this? A, this is not their turf. Clearly, the BJP is stronger in this turf. And yet at the same time, there's going to be this, as somebody in our newsroom said, this is a national festival. This is a Rashtra Parv. You know, it's like not supporting the Indian cricket team when the Indian cricket team is going to win the World Cup, right? There's a fervor across this country. How does the opposition, on the one hand, not get completely swept away by this fervor, and yet at the same time ensure that the political dividends of it are not just restricted to the BJP?
Look, Zaka, to some extent, the political dividends of it, predominantly in the Hindi belt, will be limited to the BJP, irrespective of what the Congress party and the India alliance does. That is not going to change. The point is, can the damage or the fallout arising from their muddled position be contained, or can the damage be limited? Now, that is the question that the India alliance will have to ask themselves. And that is why you see all these, frantic organizing of pujas in Delhi by the Aam Aadmi Party government and Congress governments in Karnataka and other places. So I think that essentially the opposition knows very clearly that with the very fact that the BJP is going all out to make this as big an event as it is being made, is itself clear proof that they want to take political mileage out of it. So very clearly, the opposition is going to be on the back foot.
Sriraj Nair, as Dr. Raman says, it's a question of containing how much political benefit will be drawn, and one of the arguments that's being put forth by the opposition is whatever political benefits there may be will be restricted by and large to northern India. In southern India, Ram is not the most popular god there, and therefore the appeal, political appeal, will be limited. How would you counter that? How would you respond to that?
Dear Zaka, I come from Kerala. I belong to Kerala. The village where I come from, we have more than 1,000-year-old Ram temple. In Thrissur, you can Google it. It's a place called Tiruvalla Mela. Now, BJP, it's not only northern Bharat, the southern Bharat, eastern Bharat, the western Bharat, everywhere. Right now in Mumbai, right from the hutments, the jhopadpattis to the high-rise building, our Karyakartas went on to distribute Akshat which came from Ayodhya. Everyone was rejoicing. Even the corporate houses, they were calling us with that we want Akshat. So everywhere, everybody is in high spirit because a 500-year-old struggle is over and a grand temple is coming at the birthplace of Lord Ram. Now these people, as I said, they were always against the Ram temple. Mr. Kejriwal is a person, especially, he said, मैं अपने बच्चे की कसम खाता हूँ, मैं politics में कभी नहीं आऊँगा. He came in politics. He said, his Nani said that the temple, if it is built on a destroyed mosque, why should I go and pray? He is now going, he is going to go for the Pran Pratishtha, and he is organizing all this Sundar Kand to hide his liquor gate Kand and his Hawala Kand and all these Kands. He is doing this Sundar Kand. So, do you think that people are fools? Everybody knows half of his cabinet is in jail, and he himself is being summoned by the ED. So, this is not political. It is not the BJP which is playing politics on Ram Temple. It is a failed opposition. It is a confused opposition who knows now nothing is left other than appeasement politics.
Does the VHP spokesperson say that BJP today is idolizing Mr. Bijbhushan Sharan Singh and dumping the Shankaracharya? And how can they take the name of Ram then? If what he says is true about Arvind Kejriwal, how come BJP is idolizing Mr. Bijbhushan?
I have to leave it at that. My time is up on debate one. I want to thank all our guests, but we'll see. I guess there will be more politics in the run-up to the 22nd of January, but clearly the opposition is caught in a difficult position where on the one hand, for whatever reason, whatever their political thinking was, they decided not to go for the Pran Pratishtha, yet at the same time, they are now trying to play catch-up in this display of religiosity, if you will, in the fervor that seems to have gripped the country ahead of the Pran Pratishtha and the inauguration of the Ram Temple on Monday.